Hello and welcome back to the straight line section of the SQA Higher Maths course. Today we're going to have a look at perpendicular bisectors. So in lessons 5A and B we looked at medians and altitudes. This is lesson 5C. So we're going to look at perpendicular bisectors. So jump down to page 13 and here we are. So perpendicular bisector. So what do these two words mean? Well, perpendicular means at right angles to it. Bisect means cut in half. Okay, so a perpendicular bisector cuts a line in half at right angles to that line. Okay, so you can have a perpendicular bisector in a triangle, or you could just have it for an actual line. So what we need to do is find the midpoint of AB, or the midpoint of the line that we're finding the perpendicular bisector of. So find the midpoint, find the gradient of AB, and then find the perpendicular gradient as well. Let's go through an example as always. So A and B are these points. Find the equation of the perpendicular bisector of the line AB. So first of all, let's find the midpoint of AB. So A is at -2, 1, B is at 4, 7. So the x-coordinate of point M, the midpoint, would be halfway between -2 and 4, which is 1. The y-coordinate of the midpoint is halfway between 1 and 7, which is 4, so M will be the point, 1, 4. Step 2, calculate the gradient of the line used in step 1, and then find the gradient of its perpendicular line. So find the gradient of AB, then we're going to flip it, change the sign to get the gradient of the perpendicular line there passing through M. So the gradient of AB, using y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 is 1. So the perpendicular gradient would be -1. Remember, the product of perpendicular gradients will always give you -1. That's where that's come from. So I'm just going to move up to the diagram again. So we know the gradient of this line. We know this point on it. That's all we need to find the equation of it. So let's have a go at doing that. So step 3, find the equation of the perpendicular bisector using the point from step 1 and the gradient from step 2. So y minus b equals m bracket x minus a again. Remember, a is the x-coordinate of point M, b is the y-coordinate. And then just tidy up at the end to get our answer. And here's one for you guys to try. So pause the video and have a go. Okay, so hopefully you've had an attempt at that. So find the midpoint of the line AB, so that will come out as 4, -8. And then find the gradient of AB. So again, just substituting into y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And we'll get a gradient of -1/3 for the line AB, so the perpendicular gradient will be 3. So we've got the gradient, we've got the point it passes through, so we're just back to y minus b equals m bracket x minus a. So we are substituting in the values and come out with y equals 3x minus 20. And that is perpendicular bisectors. So I'll do a separate video which kind of brings the median, altitude and perpendicular bisectors together.